Part 2. My ex left me and our kids with a note saying, "I'll be back in a few years," returned 6 years later to find I've divorced her. And I didn't see the need to keep her memory alive, but I did want to give my kids a mom and give myself some love. So, I started dating. One night, when I least expected it, I met a woman at a bookshop. She was carrying about 15 books in her arms. At first, I rolled my eyes, assuming she was making someone else buy them for her, but then I saw her curl up in the corner of the store and start reading. She wasn't wasting money, she was planning to read them all right there. I thought she was perfect. I asked her what she was reading, and when she answered, "The Perks of Being a Wallflower," I fell in love a little. I asked her out, and that was the start of a beautiful relationship. She always compared me to her book crushes, which I've heard is the highest form of a compliment from a book lover. My kids adored her too, and I couldn't resist my love for her for long. We got married in a gorgeous cabin-style wedding, and I even invited my ex's family. For one whole year, I was in total bliss. My kids were happy with their new stepmom, I was in love, and I was financially stable despite having a wife again. But of course, that didn't last long. One day, my ex-wife called my phone. I was in total shock when I saw the caller ID, but I picked up because we still shared kids. When I answered, she was hysterical, asking why there were strangers in our home. I asked her what she was talking about, and she said she came back to find a bunch of random people living there. I almost laughed and told her that we didn't own that home anymore, it belonged to the new owners. She started yelling, asking why I'd sell our home without her. I told her she wasn't there, so I didn't owe her any explanation. She sighed loudly and then asked for my new address so she could give her husband and kids a big kiss. I audibly scoffed and told her we weren't hers anymore, we belong to my new wife now. She went dead silent and then accused me of cheating on her. I calmly told her that in the 6 years she'd been gone, we realized we didn't need her anymore. She demanded to know where I was so she could teach me a lesson. I hung up immediately, but she started calling nonstop. I called my kids over and asked if they wanted to have a relationship with their mom. They immediately said no. It was the perfect scenario for us. I later heard from her family that she's been accusing me of being evil, but they shut her down every time. Apparently, she's even trying to get my marriage invalidated because she claims we're still married. Little does she know, I now have access to the best lawyers in the country, thanks to her. Good luck winning that case.